One of the big things people worry about with Xbox One is, are they going to have single-player games in the future? What's the deal with that? Are they giving up on single-player games? And there was an interview with the new head of Microsoft Game Studios, Matt Booty, and he was actually talking about this, and I think every Xbox fan is going to really like what they hear, and we're going to get started. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you guys so much for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. I would also appreciate if you guys hit that like, share, and subscribe button, because it helps out the channel tremendously. And you know what? It means a lot to me personally. Thank you guys for continuing to rock out with me. It really does mean a lot. Please hit that bell as well. That way, you know what? You continue to get content updates. That's right. I don't drop them in vain. You guys can take a listen, take a look, whatever you want to do, and it's always welcome. So, MCV did a interview with Matt Booty, and as you guys know, he's the new head of Microsoft Game Studios, taking over essentially Phil Spencer's role. If you guys didn't know, Phil Spencer was the head of Microsoft Game Studios, kept that hat as well as being head of Xbox, but now with his promotion to like corporate vice president, had to pick a new person to come in, and Matt Booty is it. We did a video about this a while ago. So in regards to single player games, this is what he had to say, and of course I will link this so you guys can check it out. He says there will always be single player games with maybe 20 to 30 hours of gameplay. We love those kind of games, and there's a place for those, but it's also certainly the case with the focus on watching, streaming, broadcast, and esports, and it's really important to think about the longevity of a game. He said it's really difficult for anybody to think about making a large-scale AAA game these days without having in mind a content and service plan that goes 1 to 2 years into the future out of the gate. Obviously, his outlook was reinforced this time on Minecraft. He says it just drove into me more than ever that early conversation about what our games, our platform, and our services should be doing has to start with the player, and what we see is players engaging more with streaming, with broadcasting, with community, with wanting to play together. Games really have become much more social, more mainstream, more widespread. We know that the gaming industry is growing, and that's taking nothing away from what people call single-player game narrative, which is good. He says cinematic game, but we see a lot of interest from our players in more community-driven ongoing franchises. And he said, I think that is in alignment with a lot of the trends that we see in gaming overall. And he goes on to talk about ID at Xbox being a place to find a broader selection of titles with exciting things going on there. In addition to that, he's talking about the strength, what the first party should do. He said it's hard to argue with the analysis of the gaming market, though Booty is also keen to talk up Microsoft's slate of big franchises. Matt Booty says, we're very lucky to have a number of established franchises when you think about Minecraft, Halo, and Forza. Each has over a decade of, or almost a decade of foundation underneath of them. We need to use those franchises as a home base from which we can expand. That strength lets us branch out and take risks with them. Possibly dropping a hint of what may be next from the studios and making it clear that even if the company announces a new Halo, much like the campaign-less Call of Duty Black Ops 4, it might not exactly resemble its predecessors, but that should be applauded, as turning out games slavishly based on the templates of the last generation does no one any favors. But don't expect a Battle Royale mode from Microsoft this E3, with Booty taking a longer-term view on executing Microsoft's strategy. He says with games being as large as they are, with the move to games as an ongoing service, it is difficult to pivot quickly and try to chase after trends that might happen even on the scale of a year. In business terms, a year can be a long time, but development time being 3 to 4 years these days, that's the span we needed to think about. We've got to get our strategic long-term bets, our game development cycles, and the things our players like to do in sync, and that's all set up for success. So, very interesting stuff here, right? Just so you know, don't jump on the whole Black Ops-less campaign thing as being for sure that that's what they're going to do. What he's talking about is taking risks with their franchises a little bit more than so in the past, which I think everybody can be in agreement with, is that this is something that people should be applauding and looking forward to. You know, so just because Halo 4 or Halo 5 was one way doesn't mean Halo 6 has to be. So, like I said, I will link this interview. It's a heck of a read. Give it a read. Let me know what you think. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.